Yo, and we back. Shanni Love showed up, man. She came in this motherfucker, man. I said we wasn't sure, man.
Y'all was talking shit about me?
No, we just said we wasn't sure.
Okay.
She didn't say she wasn't sure. I said I wasn't sure, but hold up. I got you on the wrong mic because that's not doing nothing. It's not that one. I'm confused. Delete all that shit. I got far Shanni. What mic is that?
I thought y'all did all that. When y'all pulled the mic out.
I did. I don't know. I deleted it.
You deleted the whole show?
No.
Oh, you just said I'm not gonna lie, I deleted it. I was about to say, look, I'm out now. Y'all can do it without me.
Hey, yo. Say something.
Yo.
No, that ain't it.
That's what you like to do.
Say something. Oh, look. Say something, do that?
Say something.
Oh, we all off. That's interesting. Taz say something.
Yes.
Say something now?
Yes.
Wow.
What you do?
Man, I was getting Taz, but through that mic.
Oh, wow.
It's fine.
Could you actually hear me, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I remember I was like, man, why the signal coming through like that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was getting it through that mic, but that's how that mic picks up. Alright? But I still got the signal, so I can do what I need to do with it.
Okay.
I need to fuck.
I'm just saying. Demolition Man. That's what I was getting at. You seen Demolition Man? What was the worst part of Demolition Man? When she was like, hey, you want to have sex? And he was like, hell yeah. And she gave that nigga some headphones and some goggles and sat over there on the other side of the room. I was like, oh no, that's went too far. They went too far. They went too far. I'm not doing no haptic suit. You feel that?
Safe sex.
Huh?
Safe sex.
Nah, that's not sex. That's what that is. Not sex. We still gotta fucking be in person. Alright. Now. Bring it back. Alright, y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. Once you count down, I'll sit up.
3, 2, 1. Alright, we back. We got another ninja in the house, Ninjette. Somebody showed up.
Yay.
Hey.
How y'all doing? I know y'all already covered that, but I need to know how y'all doing.
We good. How are you?
We're good.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Check in with you right quick. You know what I'm saying? How your week been?
It's been good. It ain't been productive on the work tip, but it's been productive on the me tip.
Hey, well, that's what it's about.
So I'm in this whole self-care, put me first mode right now. So
always has to be that way.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's how it's supposed to be. Forget all that other, you know what I mean? Let me show you.
You alright?
I have to make sure you was tapped in right.
Okay.
Alright? That's cool?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're coming through. Nice signal.
I appreciate that.
Nice signal flow. For those that know, we got the hurricane up in here.
Yeah.
Refined Kool-Aid. Extendo done hooked it up.
At first, he didn't hook it up. He was trying to kill us.
Yeah, he was trying to hit us over the head.
I'll stick with my teeth.
I can't be going like 0 to 100 that quick. All right. We can move on. Yes?
Yes.
C. Alright. Let's see. Straight to the top. Snoop Dogg. This is our Death Row update. Because we've been doing Death Row.
Ryan's going to say every week now?
Alright. Snoop removed his catalog from streaming. Along with Dr. Dre's catalog. Okay. That's what he just did.
So wait, because I haven't really... So does that mean... No, because he hasn't acquired Tupac stuff yet, right?
Well, he has the Above the Rim soundtrack.
Yeah, he released... removed some of Tupac's stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. He removed some of Tupac. Well, he doesn't own that much of Tupac stuff yet. Right. Tupac's estate has control of most of his stuff. But Snoop Dogg has been saying he has a good relationship with Tupac's estate. So we should be looking for news coming to where maybe that'll be integrated back into the Death Row situation, because now they have a solid situation to navigate that with Snoop. There's somebody that people trust and not just been ganking them records. No?
I still want his estate to keep his stuff. That's just me. I just want his estate to keep it.
You the diehard Tupac fan,
yes,
right?
Yes, and I want the estate to keep it.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tupac aside, I don't like the whole removal of the albums. I don't care what you say you think he gonna do with it. Because what are you gonna say? Because I know he's NFT route, so you think he's gonna...
That's not why I think.
Okay, so then
why?
I figure he gonna come out with his own streaming thing, or he gonna link with Tidal, since that's Jay-Z's thing, and do it a whole different way.
But you took it off of YouTube, though?
I don't know. I think he's just reconsolidating the music and getting it all under their umbrella properly before they re-release it. I do think that he's doing something in NFT space, so
yeah, but he
correct on that.
My fear is he's gonna do something in NFT space, and all the streaming services that we do pay for, he's not gonna put them back on there, and now we're gonna have to pay and purchase NFT albums. And as much as I love Snoop Dogg's music, because a lot of my West Coast music has Snoop and Dre on it, I'm not about to do that.
Okay, well, that may be something that you don't want to do, but streaming is not paying artists. So artists are taking liberties to be able to control the flow of money that's coming from that, because they're not making money off their music anymore as far as with streaming. So I can see people doing things to take control and put themselves back in a position to be making that money. And if that's what he has to do, I'm not fully opposed to that. Even though that's not totally where I think he's going, if he did go that route.
But your old stuff?
Your old
the
stuff?
Classics?
That's the stuff that's where you make a lot of your money, is from your old stuff. That's why you want those catalogs. That's the whole point in having your masters and having that stuff, because that's the stuff that you built your name on. That's the stuff that really sells for them. His new stuff don't sell like that old stuff.
Well, I'm glad I got that shit on CD.
Well, I mean,
and that's true. There you go. You own it already. So you don't have to go back and buy it again.
But I don't think again, we all know that I don't understand the NFT thing all that well. Mm-hmm. But I don't really think that he's going to take it to a format where people don't act like the bulk of people really won't get to hear it. I feel like it's going to either be something where he comes out with his own thing that, yeah, you probably would have to pay into, or something in order to be able to hear it streaming wise.
Right.
Or, it'll be like a deal with just one streaming service where that's the only place you're going to hear it.
Well,
I don't see him doing it to where you
completely
go
just taking it off the market, except for that space.
Correct.
Well, you never know though. He did say that Death Row is going to be an NFT label, or so
it could be possible.
So that's possible, right? But I don't think he would just take it where it's just inaccessible to the market either. That's why I said I think he's probably reconsolidating in some kind of way under the new establishment, and how whatever the chain of command and how that's going to run over there, and then whatever he's going, because he is doing something in that space. You know that he keeps saying it, so we'll see how it plays out.
But he still had you. I understand you say his newer albums may not be gaining traction like that, to where how of course the classic stuff was, but he still has some stuff that was released that obviously is not on Death Row, that is older, that still is popping. So,
well, him owning his masters and all that, he can put all that under his own label. I mean, depending on.
So you think he gonna
how they
snatch
set
that
up.
too?
Perhaps. I think that may be a gradual thing. I mean, look, streaming ain't doing right by artists. So people taking their stuff off of streaming in order to be able to make money for their music again, I'm all with it. Because streaming is not doing right by artists at all. It makes it accessible to customers because you're paying that fee. But people not getting paid for their music no more. And what the fuck are they doing it for if they're not getting paid for it?
And I get that and I respect that. But I guess I don't know. We came from the CD age to the digital age. And I just look at it kind of like, okay, so
But artists didn't necessarily want to do that. Labels got in cahoots. They got in bed with these streaming services. Then artists end up with their stuff on streaming services. It's not like everybody wanted to do that. That's just how things played out.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, how long was niggas just supposed to keep just being with CDs?
Well, look, CDs were a medium of being able to carry that format of music, and it was set up. Albums were set up. We're always set up a certain way. We had our LPs. CDs were able to handle a certain amount of music, and you were able to put it on there, consolidate, and then it's a solid form that you can sell it for. Now, there will be other forms. Kanye has done it in another form. He did the stem player, right?
Right.
People will come up with all other alternatives. This is probably just the beginning of people trying to figure out how they can sell their own music again. I'm seeing people delving into CDs again, but that's going to be difficult because people used to use CD players in cars, and cars are not built with CD players anymore.
Mine is. So, I'm good to go.
I'm saying, the newer cars they're starting to get to the point.
About my car.
Come on now.
I get what you're saying, but I was just had to throw out the fact that mine ain't so new.
Hey, mine got a CD player in it too.
Right.
All right.
So if they go back to CDs, I'm good.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of people that don't. People have invested wholehearted in the streaming. People got all that stuff set up in the car. You got your Bluetooth, all the different mannerisms and manners that we listen to music now.
It's dope having your music all in one place, though. That's why I like the whole iPod concept.
Well, the iPod concept, but people still bought music on the iPod unless you got it from other means.
LimeWire.
Unless you got it from other stuff. LimeWire was kind of lasting, but it was other alternatives.
But I mean, kind of mixing what y'all both are saying, when you just mentioned Kanye's stem player, that's what I kind of got the vibe of. Whatever he was going to do was going to put the money straight there and not have to be, straight to them as opposed to
a bunch of different places. That affords him to be able to put the music out directly. He's going direct to consumer, right? It affords him to put a new technology there so that if for some kind of way, like maybe he signs other people contracts where they can release music on the stem player or something, but then you start getting into the whole royalties thing again, right? In some form or fashion.
But I'm kind of also with Shanni, but that's also because I kind of look at it the same way as I do TV apps. I don't want to be paying to have a bunch of shit. So I get both sides of it.
Of course, streaming is convenient. Of course. Right? It's very convenient for the consumer. But for the artist, it's...
Right, and I'm saying I want them to be able to come up with a way that they get paid, but not at the expense that I got to have a whole bunch of players in order to hear different types of music from different...
Right now, we don't have a whole bunch of players. We have that, and he did that. That's just an idea that he had. So I doubt that there's going to be a bunch of players and all that, because everybody will have $200 to be throwing all over the place for a player. Right? That is a route that, like I said, that he may go with the player, is allowing other people to release on his player. That's an option that I think that affords him.
But it hit me when he snatched it from YouTube, though.
Yes.
Because everything live in YouTube. Everything. It's stuff that every streaming service is missing some artist or some album, but YouTube is where everything lives.
That's just where stuff is consolidated, but you can't take your stuff off YouTube.
Shit.
Which you did.
Alright, Snow.
I still just say I hope they find a way for them to get paid, but also kind of consolidating stuff. Because I told you I get annoyed having to have a whole bunch of different apps just to see shit. Like,
no doubt. But would you go back to CDs?
I would. I didn't have a problem with CDs.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, the mediums may change.
Now I won't pay $30 for no CDs, but I'll go pay CDs.
Crazy.
It may not be CDs. It may, But look, if you buy songs on whatever, sir, where you buy iTunes, you buy songs still, right?
I don't know. I got
I'm just saying, for a person that was purchasing music, and you still can purchase music, right? So iTunes sells an individual song for $1 to $1.50. All right, and then an album is anywhere from 12 to 15 to 20 songs or something. So in the streaming era, people will make albums longer because it helps with your stream numbers and all that. But just in general, so you're looking at what, $12 to $15 to $20 for an album, which is pretty much what it was.
Right.
Right. So same difference.
Right, and I'm saying I would be okay with that as long as we're not talking about, okay, so he snatches his, he puts his one place that you got to pay for all that stuff, right? Then somebody else comes and they're like, well, I like that move, so they snatch theirs, they put theirs somewhere else, but now we got to pay for all those different things.
But if all those are just marketplaces where you're just paying money to purchase the thing, then it would be the same thing. Now, if they're, like I said, if they're streaming, if they're services, then that's another thing. But what we're talking about is people taking control, taking it off of a streaming and kind of going direct to consumer.
So I guess we got to see where it goes with this. Because I'm just, like I said, I just have this feeling that that's where it's going to start to go. And we
as far as people putting them on individual services?
No, not necessarily individual services. I'm saying everybody comes up with their own separate things, and we go right back to what we're doing now. Like, if you think about it, let's just be
I understand what you said. Like you said, some say everybody comes up with some kind of player.
Right, like what we doing right now with TV. Everything was like in different places, and now all of a sudden, if I want to watch this, I gotta have this app. And if I want to watch that, I gotta have this app. And everything is like in all these different places that you gotta pay for.
That's essentially where we are with streaming with music now. It's just that there was a point where they had exclusive deals. They nixed the exclusives, right? So now that everything is pretty much on all the streaming sites. But for a while, it was kind of like that. You got to have Spotify to go listen to so-and-so. You got to have Apple Music go listen to so-and-so. You have to, that's been, they consolidated that more so that you don't have to do that. They nixed that law. They put a law in effect where they can't do exclusivity like that anymore.
It's a lot of positives and negatives to this, because the other positive could be that if a lot of these major artists start snatching their music, these unknown artists might really have a chance to get some traction because everybody might not necessarily want to.
That's true. It can also force these streaming services to maybe have to reform some of their practices. Well, then they'll lose out on a bunch of artists. Which can be a thing too, or it can be an instance like Tidal.
That's what I was saying.
Tidal's paying more than the other services, right? So if people started to flock to another service or one service, the power is in the artist's hands. Mostly, I would think. I mean, I'm sure the labels have some power in this because they've worked out deals with these streaming services too. But if the artists just start snatching their stuff off, then somebody would have to do something. And Snoop is just, like I said, aware of that. He knows how much money he was making before streaming. He knows how much money he's making off his music during streaming. And I'm sure he's like, hey, that number can go back up.
So since we on Snoop, have y'all been to the store?
Snoop Dogg store? I'm not that interested in the stuff yet. I don't want a Doggy Style album jacket, but when some more stuff comes out, I might be interested.
I wasn't even aware he had a store, so that tells y'all my answer to that question.
It's on Melrose, right?
I thought it was right across the street from the new stadium.
Oh, maybe. So how much?
You know what?
I don't even go that way that often.
It's in Inglewood?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought he had a store on Melrose.
I don't know about that, but I know that the 7-Eleven had closed down, and I was like, why did the 7-Eleven close down? It didn't actually close down and move across the street. And then I seen Snoop signs, and they was building it right there.
Oh, I'm on Arborvitae.
Oh, okay.
I'll go take a ride.
Tell me how it is.
Podcast field trip?
Go get some old English socks.
No podcast field trip.
We can make.
You know what? If it's a field trip, I'll go. If it's a field trip, I'll go. I'll be part of the team. But
we need some out and about content.
I'm with you.
I'm not really all that like. Ooh yeah, like let's go there. Like you know where we can go.
Did you go? I already know what you about to say.
We go to the Tupac Museum.
It was dope.
Yes.
You didn't go or you
I haven't gone yet. Because no,
you
because you wanted me to be because there's a reason. There is a reason. There are a few reasons. One, okay, let me just be honest. I love Tupac, no, but I am also very frugal. So when I saw that the weekend costs double what it costs during the week, I said I'm gonna go during the week. But y'all know I got kids, so sometimes like when my days come, I ain't trying to go nowhere other than home when I get off of work. So I was told that it doesn't end until the end of April. So I had planned to go during my spring break. Because then I could feel like I could just go and just enjoy myself. I'm not trying to rush because of traffic or get home for any kind of way.
I don't mind going with the team, with the crew. But I did go. I'm not even a diehard fan.
I am all day long.
And I went.
Planning that. It's okay though. You should have went. I didn't want to go when it first opened no damn way because I was like, I'm not about to be there with all the people. I want to be able to go and enjoy it. That face.
Are we not recording? Oh, shit.
No, this was recording with somebody, wasn't it? What the fuck is this shit doing? I hear everybody.
Is this a sign?
I got everybody's voice, but this shit is acting weird, but I don't know what it's doing. It's like it's picking both of y'all.
You said the tickets is double on the weekend?
Yeah, they're definitely more. It's like $45 on the weekend and it's like $25 if you go during the week because they have a peak for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's like off peak on the other days, and then it's closed on Tuesdays. Tuesday is the day I get out of school early, so that was a no-go. So I was like, that would be perfect because I get out early, but we're getting ready to go on spring break. So I was like, I'm gonna go during spring break so I can go and I can actually enjoy. Like I can go early when it ain't a gang of people in there, and I can enjoy it. That was my.
Because when I went, it wasn't like a lot of people, but I was thinking, because they was checking vaccination cards at the time, I was thinking like it wasn't going to be as many people as it was. Like I would want to go where it's only like 10 to 15 people in there.
My auntie just went with my cousins, and they seemed like they really, really, really enjoyed it. Like my little cousin wasn't even alive when Tupac was alive, so it just seemed like they enjoyed it. I keep seeing people post, and so my auntie was like, I think it ends the beginning of May, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go during spring break, because that would just, to me, be better. Even if I was going to pay the extra to go, I'd be able to go, like I said, early in the daytime when most people is at work, that way I could just enjoy it. That's my goal. That's my hope, my dream. Because since I am a big Tupac fan, I don't want to be there with a bunch of people.
It was very nice, and like I said, I'm not a.
I think I'm gonna take my mom.
I don't know what the place is. I'm picking up both of y'all in 3. One second. I'm gonna just finish. Got Taz yarding this shit.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know what's going on here. That's not true.
I thought you said because I was yawning.
I said got Taz yarding this shit.
Oh.
I'm talking to the computer.
It's because it's after 11. Yeah, I'm on old people time. I'll be in the bed.
The fuck? Say something, Shani.
Say something, Shanni.
Alright, that's coming through.
Because I need to fuck.
3, 2.
So yeah, I am going to go during spring break because I'm hoping that it'll be less people. so I can, one, get to actually enjoy it
Yeah.
without a bunch of people.
Was it crowded? Was it crowded?
When my aunt went, it was crowded.
It was crowded. It was crowded. It was a lot more crowded than I thought it would be.
How long is it going?
I heard to the end of April.
Okay.
Not a real fan to the left of me. She's not. She would have
let
went.
me tell you,
no,
because real
Tupac,
fans
she's not
are
a real
trying to
fan.
share
I'll let you hear me.
with all these people who didn't know nothing about Tupac trying to get in there.
If you're listening from Cuba,
really, don't do him. Don't do him. Okay.
if you're listening from Cuba, my guy, you're hiding, and you was thinking about this one, just know she didn't go to the museum.
Yeah, she didn't go. She had all
Don't
these
try
pieces.
it. Y'all
Because if she was a real fan, she would have
No, because real fans ain't trying to
Tess,
ain't trying to be with a bunch of people.
I haven't been either.
Okay, but you never said you was a Tupac fan like me.
I got more Tupac songs than you do.
Lies.
Nah, Taz be riding that dick.
Hey, look. You don't want to challenge me on that.
It's not a challenge.
I think we.
But my point
You don't want to challenge
is
me on
that
that.
I'm saying you weren't pumped about going. Like I have.
You don't know
since
what I
they
was pumped
said-
about.
I do know you. You weren't pumped about it, okay? Because we've had discussions about Tupac before.
But you don't know you don't know how much a fan I was in a Strictly for My Niggas era.
Tupac, I went.
And that don't make you more of a fan. Because real fans ain't trying to be in there with a gang of people. They trying to just enjoy it without all these fake people coming up to say they win.
Quit pandering to Tupac.
Okay.
I can't even hear you.
Whatever. He can hear me. Why are you doing
I'm
that?
a real fan.
Hey, Cuba.
I'm going. But I said we can make that a group trip. I'm willing to be there with y'all.
Yeah, but can we eat after? Can we?
Niggas.
I cannot.
Can we eat after?
So we got
Sure.
some field trips coming up is what you saying?
It's about time.
Sure.
But you gotta tell Vern he has to do the homework this time. You know he good for not doing the homework.
Yeah, just kidnap him. We got kidnapped him. Alright, let's see. My guy Juicy got out of jail.
Oh, I was like, who the hell is Juicy?
It's Jussie Smollett.
I'm not doing that with you.
Oh, I was.
My
I'm
guy
not doing this with
Juicy.
He shouldn't have been in there. He should not have been. If we ain't locking up the Karens that are literally trying to get people killed for their lies, no.
Alright,
He
I
should
have a
been in there.
perspective on that. And my perspective on that is all of them should be in jail here. The Karens too.
But
That don't mean he shouldn't be in.
He should not, because there's a difference. Their lie was actually trying to do harm to somebody. Who was he trying to do harm to? Himself? Like, I'm sorry, no.
He was crying wolf in a manner that he didn't need to cry wolf.
No.
I'm saying the Karens need to.
I'm saying that I can understand the Karens being in there. I don't see the point of him being in there. Because nobody got hurt from this. Like, people actually get hurt and nothing happens to those people.
He knocking the calls backwards doing that kind of bullshit.
Whatever. Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I disagree.
We just
He out
disagree?
He out here talking about he was getting nooses on his neck. All that, man. Come on, man. We already out here fighting.
Maybe he has some mental health issues, so you should be locked up for that. Like she said, as long as he didn't harm nobody, he didn't kill nobody.
Right, it didn't do nothing but himself.
If he has mental, they should have sent his ass to get a psych eval and sent him to a home. That's what the fuck they should have did.
He probably got a psych eval sometime in this situation.
But here's the thing, not only that.
I don't like the shit.
No, he shouldn't have been in there, because at the end of the day, he had worked out with a deal with the person who was elected. She worked that deal out. So you can't come along. That's that same technicality that Bill Cosby got out on. You can't make a deal with somebody and then say, okay, sign on the dotted line, this is what it is. And then somebody else come along and go, nah, fuck that, I don't like that deal. Let's do something else. No. That's not right. That's not how the system's supposed to be built.
I think he should have went to jail.
For what? Like, what did his lie really do? How did that lie affect yourself? How did it affect your life?
Because I may be in a situation where I get jumped by two white boys and they put a noose around my neck. They ain't gonna believe me.
Boy, stop. I'm not.
I'm out here, nigga, just out here going to Subway. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a sandwich. Then I get fucking jumped. And then I'll be like, hey, some fucking big white boys jumped me. Aryan Nation. They put a noose around my neck. They ain't gonna believe me.
I'm gonna be the first to not believe your ass just because.
See?
She's saying that because you just said that dumb shit.
I'm just saying, man. That's what.
I know that is still not enough. It's still not enough. He shouldn't have been in there. Let that man do what all the other people be doing. Give his ass the community service, make him pay, and be fucking done with the shit.
You judging it by them. I'm not.
No, what I'm saying. No, because it's true. The punishment is not fitting what the quote unquote crime is. His lie did not affect anybody. It affect no.
I feel affected.
No.
I do.
Why? Really?
I just told you.
Did you lose sleep? Did you lose money?
I just told you.
Nothing happened. Let me tell you. I'm sorry.
I told you already.
I'm going after my fake big sister in my head, okay? And I'm going to stand on this. Taraji Henson. People took what she said the wrong way, but I knew what she was saying. The chick that lied and got Emmett Till killed, right? Y'all still talking about we can't go after her for her lie. And a whole baby ended up dead behind that shit.
Did she just hear me say all the Karens should go too?
No, but I'm saying somebody actually died behind her lie. And y'all ain't willing to go after her ass. So until y'all go after her, I don't want your shit. Until they go after her, I don't want to hear shit. Because what he did, nobody died, nobody got hurt, and you up here telling me we need to pay tax dollars to keep him in jail.
They go after her too.
No, it's not the same. What did his lie do? Niggas walk around lying every day, so you gonna tell me for fucking lying? Come on, man.
Niggas do lie every day. Every day.
Hey.
Y'all be lying on y'all dicks. Y'all need to be locked up for that.
All y'all be lying too.
But that's my point. From your point of view, everybody, if it don't harm, even if it don't harm nobody, we should all be going to jail. So because you lied.
All liars should go to jail is what you.
No, I said he.
For what? What made his lie so special?
I told you he affected my plight.
How? He did not.
I'm not rehashing this.
Nah, because that's fake news. Yeah, come on,
I'm not
man.
rehashing this thing.
No.
That was some bullshit that you said.
No.
And Cindy Karens too.
Because they were actually trying to do harm to somebody. Who was he trying to harm? Himself? Because like she said, we always talk about mental health and nobody wants to deal with it, right? But when some shit happens that might really be a mental thing, they're like, oh.
He was trying to target them 2 white boys that he lied on.
Oh my God.
He did. Tried it.
You got actual murders walking free, and you want me to believe my tax dollars should go to Jussie Smollett being in jail? No, I'm like, for real.
Hey,
Greenhouse literally killed people, and you saw it on camera, and his ass is walking free, and you want me to lock him up.
They should go too.
No, I'm tired of our tax dollars paying for people to be locked up that should not be locked up. This is stupid. They pay all that money to go through a whole fucking trial for what? It was a waste of money. And he's going to get off the same way it did with Cosby, because you can't make deals with people and then go, nope, don't like the deal, let's go back. You can't do that.
That's not why I'm not saying. I'm saying he should be locked up on the strength.
On the strength of what? You don't like him? What? You didn't like Empire or some shit?
I don't like what he did.
He did though.
That's all this is.
I don't like him.
Just say that. So just say that.
I don't like Empire.
Just say that.
I don't like what he did.
What did he do?
I don't like his name.
Alright. So we need to start locking up everybody that lied from here on out just for that, okay? So we gonna all be in jail together. Because everybody lied.
No, but you're not filling out police reports saying with these things.
If they actually locked up everybody for the police reports that they do, it'd be a whole lot of motherfuckers in jail.
There's more people that need to be locked up for filing fake police.
They don't really go after people for filing fake police reports. They don't.
There's a lot of people that be filing fake shit. That be full of shit.
Here is my thing. Number one, I'm only gonna say I agree with you if you were trying to do harm to someone other than your fucking self. Like she said, if there's a person that has a mental thing, you want me to now go, okay, well, lock him up. He shouldn't have did the shit.
He said he was the gay Tupac, and you gonna ride with that shit.
You know what? First of all, I thought that shit was stupid. I still don't understand.
You riding with that nigga?
I didn't even understand that.
I can't believe you riding with the fake, with the gay Tupac.
No, I'm riding with the fact that shit is stupid.
Hey, did he go to the museum?
Probably.
No, because he was in jail.
Probably. He was like, oh, that's me. That's just like me.
Man, Maybe he was feeling me against the world in that. You know, maybe that's what he was saying.
I'm still wondering what the nigga was talking about when he called himself the gay Tupac. I'm trying to get somebody to tell me what he was saying, what he was trying to say.
I don't know because I didn't get that. I don't.
He was, I'm dodging bullets out here.
I'm not with you today.
All right. Fuck Juicy. The House and the Senate passed the Crown Act banning discrimination against black hairstyles.
I'm all for it.
Of course you're
all for it. That's like the chick who wears the wigs will throw some braids into all that. Whatever I feel.
That shouldn't even been a law that passed. Like, I'm not happy. Like, come on, bro.
This shit is ridiculous.
This shit is 2022. What the fuck?
It is, but what I'm glad about is that somebody stood up and said, okay, enough is enough, because we kept hearing about the kids who couldn't walk the stage, the little boy who you had to cut his hair out while he was wrestling.
It was everything that all of those people had to deal with was ridiculous.
Exactly. So I'm glad somebody stepped up and said, you know what, since y'all want to be ridiculous, let me go ahead and give you a law to tell you can't do this shit.
The fact they had to pass a bill.
Shit, you had to pass a bit. You had to do something to make slavery not legal, and you should have never had to do that shit either. So I'm not surprised.
That's true.
Anything that's linked to us, I am not surprised that they need somebody to come up from on high and tell you can't do this shit.
It's not about being surprised, because I'm definitely not surprised.
Right? Come on now.
All right, I'm definitely not surprised, but disappointed in humanity again. That's all.
What I'm disappointed is that it took so long for it to pass, though. Because they had pushed it, and then, you know, it had gotten passed, and then they were like, well, we don't know if it's going to pass through the Senate, and then you have, if I believe correctly, even in the House, you didn't get that many people that voted for it on the other side, including the black people on the other side didn't vote for it. So it's just like, it tells me where the world is.
They hate us, too.
Oh, all the time.
Every day we stray further and further from God's grace.
I agree. But I'm glad they did it. So now you know you can't tell me how to rock whatever the fuck I am going to rock, whether it grows from my head or not. That's all I'm here for. Yeah. So now what we gonna attack next? We gotta keep going till we just get it off.
Alright. I got a question.
What?
Is this is discriminating? This is discriminating against hairstyles. Period. Right?
Yeah.
So like, all right. Like, this goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we started seeing some crazy stuff, man. We just gotta...
But that hasn't always been allowed, though. Let me tell you why I say that. Because I will leave the job's name, unnamed.
We know it's been allowed. It's just that we kind of frown upon when they...
But I'm saying where you said about it goes both ways. That was an argument that I had at the job I was at. Because while they were telling us you can't wear, reds in your hair, you couldn't wear all this. Basically, you weren't supposed to wear anything that would not be considered what they thought a real hair color was, right? And I said, well, that's not correct, because you assume that the Caucasian lady, because she got red hair, that grew from her head, but they dyed her hair just like anybody else. So if she can rock red in her hair because she dyed it, why the fuck do you have a problem when I do it?
Exactly.
So that was my thing. I'm arguing the same thing you are, is that, well, if you're going to allow other people to be creative in their style, but then you want to come and police the fuck I do with mine. No.
I just feel like people need to be respectful of people's culture. So if you know that locks is not in your culture, don't be wearing locks. Y'all about to get stupid with this shit. Don't do that.
I agree. And it's going to look crazy like it's been looking crazy when I see people do that.
Stick to not taking showers, because that's what y'all do best.
Yikes.
I mean...
Alright.
I mean, all the stuff that they try to come at us for doing, and then they turn around and do the same thing, and it's... because while we on here... Yo, did y'all see the chick that went viral talking about she created sticky bangs?
Yeah, I see that. That was so
people
stupid.
Stop jacking our shit, renaming it, and rebranding it to be something that it's not.
We need to do a better job branding stuff, man.
I mean, what are you talking about? Baby hairs? Baby hairs ain't nothing to replace.
Listen, what they always say, everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. Period. Point blank.
Relax.
Ain't that the truth? No, I'm just saying though, like, there's nothing for us to rebrand. Like, it was the same thing with
You
brand.
need to brand baby hair then.
They've been taking that shit since the beginning of the time.
Hey, I'm just saying, some nigga need to be like, nigga, baby hair, nigga, lay edges. Do that shit.
They've been taking everything.
Listen, if they can, what they call it, sticky bangs.
We not even go.
Nigga, somebody gonna be like, nigga, my edges is like, and just do that shit.
We been doing it. What are
No,
you
you're not
talking
hearing
about?
me. Go brand the shit. If they branding the shit, go brand the shit.
No.
Alright, well, then.
Because here's the thing, even when we brand it, to what she was saying, all they do is take, like, okay, cornrows and stuff, it became the Bo Derek braids. How was that? It already had a name. It was already branded.
We should take this shit back to music.
No, I didn't say
music.
I didn't say how. Come on, we know people. We know that. What I'm saying is, brand the shit. Go in. Go to the fucking.
Go get an LLC.
Go
trademark the name.
We know what's up, and y'all still ain't invited to the cookout, and we don't want to come to your picnics because we don't go to picnics.
And stop going viral.
I go to picnics.
Nah, you ain't about to pick no.
But I'm not no picnic Nitty.
I go to
But they ain't invited to the cookout, the barbecue, none of that.
But hey, look, here's the thing. Quit inviting them to the cookout just because they did something.
I never did.
I don't.
Alright.
Just because you got a little rhythm, because you know, fuck the black girl or a black guy, you know what I'm saying? You ain't invited to the cookout over here.
That ain't never been my thing. If you ain't already in the family, there's no invite.
Damn, none? No invite.
No, there's no invite.
Stay your ass away. Away.
I just feel like keep that same energy. When you was the one talking about how that wasn't appropriate for work, don't wear it.
So
you didn't think it was appropriate then, so don't think it's appropriate now.
This is just playing devil's advocate.
What?
This is just playing devil's. Don't
please, because I feel like you go come for me, and I gotta make sure I'm ready.
You.
Okay, what? Come on.
No, like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Would it be culturally appropriating if with like us, like women, like pressing their hair out like straight?
No.
Why?
Why would that?
I'm
asking why would that be culturally?
Because like they.
Wait, what you mean? You talking about clear people?
No, with black people whose hair isn't naturally straight like that, right? And wear their hair straight, and you know they always say y'all mimicking their hairs instead of rocking our natural hairstyles and shit. Would that be following the same line?
No, because to keep it funky 100, their hair ain't necessarily straight like that either. Like that's just real. If you really saw what it took for any woman of any culture to put their hair together, ain't nobody waking up like that.
Plenty of women, plenty of cultures.
Hair. No, I'm saying not like that where you just wake up and you still got to do something to it to manipulate it to be like that.
Women and hair is a sensitive topic to me, and the reason being is because I get like a lot of slack sometimes about wearing wigs and weaves, and sometimes men be acting like women of other cultures don't be wearing extensions and stuff like that.
I'm not going there at all. I know.
No, I know you're not, but I'm saying it's like a bit of a sensitive topic to me because when it comes to straightening your hair, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like that's. I don't know. Maybe it's a fine line.
You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the like.
I think when you start, it's definitely a fine line. It's like if you see somebody, a clear person walking around with a Jerry curl. To me, that's kind of like you wasn't soul blowing. So, like when they doing afros. I don't know.
No. We know on that side. I'm just like literally, because I hear it from one way all the time.
But even white folks use a flat iron.
Right, and that's what I was saying. I wasn't taking a dig at you. I was saying, most people don't realize, like, no matter what the woman's culture is, most of them are putting some type of something to it to make it like that.
No.
That's what I
understand. Saying. Like I said, I was just playing devil's advocate, proposing a situation. Right.
But there are also black women whose hair is like that, though. Like, because we got so much
hair comes in all kind of textures, but you get where I'm coming from.
And I'm saying I don't agree that that's cultural appropriation.
Where does the line?
For what? For black women to be
just period in that line, like how you decide, like, that's not.
Your white homie come with some wigs and some locks in his hair.
Okay. Well, if he just don't comb his hair, his hair be dirty, and that's what happened.
It ain't gonna lock the same way that you see people with different texture hair locking though. It's still not gonna do it.
But it's a gang of different kind of dreads.
They locks be looking horrible.
What if they horrible though? What if they still locks?
Let me tell you something. If you want to wake up and just not comb your hair, and that's fine. I'm fine with. I'm saying I'm fine with that. And I don't consider. But that's what I'm saying. If you wake up and you just decide you ain't gonna comb your hair and that's how it's gonna look, I don't consider that cultural appropriation. What I do consider cultural appropriation is when I see people take a style that they sat up there and said, "Oh, that's not well kept," or "that's not appropriate for work," and then the next thing you know, they're now doing it, and then they're making it seem like they created it.
But this
is the thing. That's on the individuals, and so what if this individual never fell into that thing? They never was that person.
What are you doing with lemonade braids?
I don't even know what the hell lemonade braids are.
You know what cornrows are?
Yes.
What are you doing with that? Because you think that that's down and that's cool and that's African. It's the same. I don't
have hair, so I don't know why people. Wait.
Because you don't have hair.
I don't know why people choose how they do their hair. You know what I'm saying? And I've been with women of different cultures, and so I've seen different hairstyles. And like I said, and I was with a Mexican woman once that got fucking braids because she liked braids and she got fucking killed. And I think I kind of got it. You know what I'm saying, in that time period, but I was young. You know what I'm saying, so I didn't quite get it. But I heard that argument. That's why I'm asking, and I'm just asking where the lines, because I hear different lines. And she wasn't trying to. She just thought the shit fucking looked fly. Somebody actually did the shit, and it was just like, hey, okay.
Well, like I think with her, it becomes, and I'm not taking a dig at you because you don't have hair, but it's like it is sensitive because they are. They're going there.
In a beard. It's just what it is.
You know, but I think for me it gets sensitive because it is a problem when I watch. I get a hairstyle that people will turn around and be like, "Oh, that's ghetto," but then you have somebody like Kim Kardashian do the same thing, and they're like,
"That's ghetto." Who is the person?
People from other cultures is what I'm saying.
But
because you asking the question.
No, what I'm saying is like, what gives them the credibility to say what's ghetto or what's?
It don't, but they've been able to do it. That's why we had to have a law. But that's what I'm saying. That's why we had to have a law, because it was a time you could go to work and you could not have those things in your hair. But then Kim Kardashian did it. Like, oh, right. Kim Kardashian doing it because that's fashion. That's what I'm saying, why that I consider cultural appropriation, and not me deciding, well, today, you know what, when I put my ponytail in, I'm going to straighten my hair so it could be a straight ponytail.
Is that on the individual, I guess, the hairstyle, and the people that decided that your hairstyle wasn't appropriate?
What do you mean?
Like, let's take Kim Kardashian out, because she's Kim Kardashian, and let's just put any other.
Nah.
And let's just put any other person that's that same persuasion.
Bo Derek when she did the shit.
Whatever. And the reason I say Kim Kardashian is because people do the connection with her and black people so much. So
it could be anybody else, and the answer is still no. It's wrong, Jack.
Why? But if they were not trying to do anything, why is it wrong? Like, I believe.
What you mean if they were not trying to do anything?
I believe intent comes into play on a lot of instances. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, if they were not trying to do anything, you at the end of the day, you still did not invent cornrows.
So what? Why are you have to invent some shit to use it? I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me.
And I don't think you will understand it though. And that's not a diss
I'm asking
you.
because I hear you. I'm asking. Listen. I hear, but you're not hearing what I'm even asking. What I'm asking is, you have the person, of course, you got the powers that be that have deemed whatever they deem. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, you have some person who is one of the good ones, quote unquote. They didn't look at it like that. Say they just look at it like it's a damn hairstyle. Where do you come to the point you be like, that's what I'm asking.
Right, and I'm shaking my head.
But see, you're shaking your head, but all you said is no. But where is the no?
Because I feel like that I at least feel like I thought that the question was answered, because a lot of it, like I still say, I think goes back to I'm trying to tell you without you getting upset.
Okay, I'm not upset.
I just feel like it's a culture thing, and like she said, for me, it's like when you just doing it, you in a whole other culture, you're like, I want to do that because that looks cool. It's no connection whatsoever. But then those are the same cultures that look at the shit that we do and say that's ghetto. Like, that's where I got a problem with.
I can't even really have this conversation with you because you are okay with other races saying nigga. And I told you I didn't like that.
Whoa, where did that come from? Who said that? Wait, who said that?
We had a conversation about a particular artist.
No, look, when we would, even in that, all I be doing in that situation, I would never said that. All I did was raise probably questions in regards to how those situations affect. Just like I'm doing right here. I'm not saying that nobody should rock their hair. What I'm just trying to find is where the lines are defined. Because you guys said this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Certain kind of braids they can get, certain kind of braids they can't. I'm literally just asking where the lines are defined.
Y'all didn't grow up with that shit. Y'all mama wasn't doing y'all hair like that. Y'all didn't know shit about cornrows. Y'all didn't know shit about twins. Y'all didn't know shit about none of that shit.
And to me,
stay white and stay in your lane.
But when I hear that I don't fully agree with that, but I hear where you're coming from. Like, I don't wear the hair, so it doesn't affect me. But like I said, I'm just literally just posing the question. I don't hear where the line gets drawn. Like, someone said, oh, no, you can't rock that hairstyle, you can't rock that hair. What if they just start saying, no, y'all can't start straighten your hair and shit?
And that's what I was going to ask you, though. But why do people seem to think that a black woman straightening their hair...
That's what it's... I've heard it. The reason why is because when I hear people talking about wearing their hair naturally, right, and things of that sort, and I'm talking about women of our culture, when I hear them talk about wearing their hair naturally, that's what they down talk on the women.
Right.
Wait, that's what they talk on the women that are wearing their hair straight, that are relaxed, that are doing these things so that they're not wearing their hair either kinky or natural style or something.
But then I think that goes back in our culture where people got to get out that mind frame of also thinking that all black people... all their hair is kinky, because that's not true. Case in point, my mom has her oldest sister. You know when afros was the thing, right? And everybody was rocking.
It's not about thinking everybody's hair is kinky.
Hold on, what I was gonna say was all black people. Well, not all black people, but a lot of black people were rocking the afros, right? That showed their blackness. My aunt felt left out because her hair naturally, because of my grandmother, was not like that way where you could just make it an afro. Right. Her hair was naturally straight. It just was what it was. Yes, she took a hot comb to get them edges, because like I said, if you know that's how your hair is, people be wanting it the way they want it, you know? Right. But I'm saying, like, in our culture, that's something that I feel like people need to get away with, not just black women, but black men that seem to think that a black person having straight hair means that you're not down, or you know, are trying to be like another culture, because there are black people whose hair is straight.
Them be the same ones dating white women, the ones that say...
And it's okay when their hair is like that, but they say we try.
I hear from all over. Like, so to say that's like boxing somebody.
No, it's not boxing. But there are a lot of people a lot of them do say that. A lot of them do feel that way and still be the same ones dating white women. And back to my point, what I originally said, because you didn't answer it.
What?
Why do white women straighten their hair? Why do they use flat irons? Why? Why?
I guess.
Why? Why?
You don't even understand what I'm. All I'm asking is where the lines get drawn. I don't care why they do it. I don't know. I don't do their hair. All I'm asking is, like,
the where the lines when you feel like that you doing it to be cool.
What if this person feels like that's a cultural hairstyle versus that person feeling like it's a cultural hairstyle?
But what is not culturally relevant about certain hairstyles? That's where I'm lost at your question.
Some shit is white and black.
You just kind of, like braids was coming from Africa. It was what it was, and how it ended up here is because our people ended up from there to here.
Man, they do bantu knots.
Which they already trying to do.
Exactly, and they shouldn't know what the fuck it is either, because it's cultural.
That's her point. She answered your question. I don't think it's connected with what she's saying. Is that some things you just know, like, it's a cultural hairstyle. Like, for instance, no lie, with Asian people that I used to do, like, you know, I don't want to be disrespectful, but they look like chopsticks to me when they would do the buzz and they would put that in there, right? I never understood when other people did that. Because to me, that was part of their culture. So I had no desire to be like, let me go put whatever those sticks are called. Again, I don't want to be disrespectful. I had no desire to go do that. They didn't have shit to do with my culture. So that's not something I've ever wanted to do. You feel me? But I feel like with other cultures, like I said, where it becomes such an issue is that the same hairstyles that is not a thing when black people do it become fashion when you do it, like, and you give no respect to the fact that it came from somebody's culture.
They don't pay homage.
Like, that's where it becomes an issue. For for me. And like I said, I'm not taking a dig at you, but you can't gloss over what she's saying. And I tell you that all the time.
I'm trying to understand.
I'm saying that you are a different type of person. And we get that. But there are a lot of dudes out there that will sit up there and be like, okay, I don't want the black chicks because the black chicks put weave in their hair and you gotta straighten your hair like that. When other cultures do the same exact shit.
Well, fuck them.
That's what I'm saying. So no, what I'm saying, you always say, well, fuck them, but that's where the passion comes from. Because I keep telling you, you're not in the majority in a lot of those ways of thinking. You're just not.
As far as, I mean, it's people on both sides of the spectrum as far as women getting weaves and wigs on that. I know people on both sides of the spectrum on that.
But I'm saying your mind, typically, your opinion and your things are usually on the other side is what I'm saying.
I still think all those things are individual choices for the individual.
I don't. I do not. And so it goes back to what you said, even though you say it could swing both ways. My thing is, if that wasn't a thing you was really into or something that you looked down, I don't think it should ever cross your way to do it. I just don't. I don't. And I think people need to start really respecting other people's cultures. That's just my opinion. Everything can't be rebranded into something else and taken away from where they got it from.
That's where I think my thing is. I don't think if you do something from another culture that you're just disrespecting another culture.
When you take it and you try to rebrand it as something that y'all just created, that's a problem.
That's what that's where I think our differences coming in this conversation. Because I'm just talking about individuals who do these things, and what you're talking about is how the group brands it as far as the monolith, and I'm literally just talking about like an
even with individuals though. Okay, so you might take a chick, and I know you keep hating for somebody to say her, but you might when Kim Kardashian decided to go.
The reason I went away from that is just because she already is associated with black people so much. I'm trying to find someone who's not.
But I'm trying not to go back in the day when I say Bo Derek. But that was a big thing, okay? I'll go back then. When Bo Derek decided she was going to put box braids in, right? And then you had another person of her culture come in and say, I'm going to wear box braids because Bo Derek did it. Knowing damn well the neighbor down the street or the chick at the job was doing it, and y'all, that's the chick you didn't want to hire and stuff. But you gonna go put towards, oh, you know what? Now that Bo Derek did it, I think it's actually cute. Like, and then you give her all the credit for something that came from somebody else's culture. Like that for me is a big ass issue. Like it just is. It's almost like taking everything and saying, you know, until you find it acceptable, then we shouldn't be able to do it, even though this is our culture. To the point of how all this started, we have to have fucking laws to be able to say I can wear my goddamn hair however I choose to. And that's the problem that I also have even with the natural hair community sometimes. If I wake up in the morning and I decide I'm going to put a fucking wig on, that's my fucking business. If I decide I don't want to comb my hair, I'm just going to wake up, slick some gel on it, and let it poof out however the fuck it's going to do. That's my business too. And that's what we got to get away from. Because I feel like sometimes as a black woman, I have to fight with other black women about it, and then fight with other fucking cultures about what the fuck I want to do. That's a problem for me. And I just think that people need to take a step back, take a breather, and sometimes understand that it is that deep for people. It ain't just hair. It's not just hair when it comes to our culture. And especially if we had to fight to get a law for it, it can't be just about the hair. That's all I'm saying. And I'm with her. I'm not trying to see some of the shit that I be seeing. It does. It bothers me to my soul. And it bothers me when people attribute it to other cultures, and that ain't where it came from. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Alright. I think I got it.
But I will laugh at you if you ever come in here with all
dreads
that.
And a beard with braids in it.
It's a part of black culture.
You'll be looking like, you remember when Living Single used to have like the people and they would have the dudes would have the dreads, and then the same background actor would be on a different episode. They got all different. That's what you would be looking like. Yes,
my shit gonna be tight. My shit gonna be tight. It's gonna be lined up. I'm gonna have a baby hair line up.
As long as it's baby hair and not sticky bangs.
Have sticky.
I'm gonna get sticky bangs. I'm gonna have the sticky bangs in the front, and look, and I'm not gonna even come around till it like grow a little bit, till the shit grow a little bit.
I'm done.
I'm gonna have this gonna be like Afro, right there.
I'm done. But I guess we'll let it fly if it's in the culture.
How about I get a fucking mullet?
No, you need to leave that. And when you say cultural appropriation, there we go. That's that hairstyle from another.
I can't get a mullet?
No, because it used to be culturally appropriating.
How about braided?
Nah.
Mullet with braids?
Nah.
That's shady. Can I get a shag?
No.
Shag is black.
It's still ugly.
Oh, now you just judge it. Now you just judge. I'm gonna get a shag with a ducktail. Yeah.
So even for black people, some shit we should just leave back where it was at. Right.
Don't be hating. Speaking of hating, Netflix. Right back at it.
You know I got something to say about that.
Hating again, right back at it. They always trying to fucking stop you from doing something. Won't let me be great.
Well, niggas be sharing their passwords with like 20 people. Just like you said, Snoop and his,
But Netflix ain't losing no money from that, though. Cause
they are losing money from that. If I share my password with you and you share with your mama share
right,
with your
but they still got a lot of money.
They
not hurting. Got a lot of money. Snoop ain't hurting.
Y'all ain't hurting.
Losing money. Look.
Go ahead.
Losing money and not making money. That's a difference.
Okay, but here's the problem that I had when I read the thing. Right. That's basically like saying you got to stay at home in order to watch the shit. And let's just be real. Like, one of the pluses about streaming, to your point where you said with it, you could take that shit anywhere and have it anywhere.
But you gotta stay at home. It can't be on the app on your phone no more?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Think about it. Because I remember going to a hotel, right? And you did your login.
I have some insight on this.
But I'm saying, I went to... Go ahead.
I have some insight on this because, we have friends that we share apps with and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I have a friend that I share Hulu with, right?
Okay, look, now they gonna turn around and be talking about, they gonna come up with a way because you just said
Hulu been on it already. Hulu already, then that's what I'm saying. Hulu already shuts off some of the features if you don't go back to like the home address that the account is. It's GPS and all this shit. If you don't go back to the home address, it'll shut down some of the features.
That's stupid.
What you mean if you don't go back to the home address?
Like every once in a while, it'll tell me, of course, there's a home address to where the account is, right? And that's the home that, the account works out of. So what it'll tell me is go home, nigga. Otherwise, you can't watch like the live TV streams on the Hulu. It's certain shit it'll cut off. And it'll be like, you only have access to this until you go home. Right? And so they have the ability to do the shit in some form or fashion. They can't keep track of it some kind of way. As far as I don't know how to do that.
So they just trying to limit it to whoever's in the household.
Yes.
Instead of...
That's the whole point.
Because me and my mama share accounts. Look, I pay for Hulu, she pay for Netflix.
That's the point of the thing, is to share with people in your household.
And we in two separate households. Yeah. Okay.
That is what they're trying to accomplish.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a problem. Because again...
Just start stealing TV shows.
I mean,
illegally.
Just if you, like I said, when I went to a hotel, right? You had to sign into your account.
Taz.
What?
No matter what, dude, this is their service and you sign up.
Right, but I'm saying if I'm paying for it, hear me out. I'm paid to be able to watch Netflix wherever I go, right? So I shouldn't be able to only watch it when I'm fucking at home.
No, that's not what it's saying. That's not what it's saying.
It definitely said that you could not watch it in other places. It did say that. Did you read that article? The article I read was saying that, and that's why people were saying, so what happens when you travel? Because people do travel. People get Airbnbs and shit, and you log into your account. I'm just saying.
Let me see.
Because when I was looking it up, that's what I saw, and that's why I said this could be problematic.
Let me see. Keep talking.
Okay, keep talking to say like that's where I see the problem lying, is because if I'm paying for a service that I should be able to stream anywhere, if I go somewhere else, I should be able to stream it from there. Because for a long time with Atlanta, I was bi-coastal.
Okay, so what it's doing is, when you haven't, pretty much, when you use all these things and you got your different accounts. So now it's just trying to charge you to put multiple accounts on a particular thing. So
That's
you'll be able to
goofy.
use your account wherever, but once you start out in accounts,
That's
They
goofy
tryna-
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why I gotta pay extra because I decide that I'm bi-coastal and I want to see
I'll
where
cut
I'm
all
at.
this shit
because
off.
that's their business model.
Right, and that's where I'm at. If they start doing that, I'm going to end it.
That's possible, but they are just trying
And
to
I
add to
still
their
got my
subscribers.
DVD player.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's going to add to their subscribers
No.
that way. Because you're going to have some people who, like me, are going to say, if I'm fucking bi-coastal, I'm not about to be paying you because I'm traveling somewhere.
There's plenty of people that will.
And there's plenty of people that won't.
There's people gonna cut it off, but they're gonna add to their subscribers with this.
And I guess they could try
Because
it.
all they can do is add to their subscribers with this.
If that works for them. They already went up.
I don't gotta
So,
watch
I'm
none
not
of this
doing
shit,
it.
to be honest
Of
with
course you don't. But for the people that's hooked on it, like you're not, they do.
I'll just get back on the Oculus.
Yeah. For the people that are hooked on it though, like you're not,
But I think that's going to start pushing people to other streaming services where you don't have
Netflix
to
still
do
the biggest
that.
streaming service, and all the other people, you think other people are not gonna follow suit?
But what I'm saying, no, I don't. I don't think everybody's going to follow that suit. I don't.
Hulu
Sorry.
does it, Netflix will do it, other people will follow suit. Because
You
the
said
whole
so.
point is they want subscribers. They don't want subscribers sharing, they want subscribers.
Whatever.
That's
Like
the
I
whole
said,
point.
it's the fact that if I'm already a subscriber and you're telling me that if I'm not watching it where I put my address to, I gotta
I don't
pay
think that's what they're
extra.
saying. I think that what they're saying is when you add new accounts, new profiles, then those additional profiles they want you to pay for. That's what
But
they're
you have to
saying.
do that anyway.
No, I mean you have to know how it is now.
Netflix
How,
gives you
wait,
4.
wait, how it is now, it lets you use either like think 2 or 4. But what they're saying is now, what they're going to do is you have a Netflix account. You're not going to be able to put people on it. Now, if you want to put people on it, then you're going to have to pay, and those people will be, then you'll have other accounts. That's it.
But that's what I'm saying. Even people that live in the same household have different profiles. You do know
Yes,
that,
but now your Netflix is going to cost more for having those more profiles.
whatever. We can watch it from the same fucking profile. It don't matter to me.
I'm just-
Because I don't watch the same shit that people in my household watch any damn way.
That's essentially what they're doing, though.
But I'm saying, even though you're saying, okay, it's about getting more subscribers, they've gone up.
If you had a subscription service, you wouldn't want people sharing the password.
What I'm saying is they've gone up twice, so it's not like they don't go up and people don't pay the shit. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to pay extra because my mama got a profile, I got a profile, we in the same fucking house. Like, I'm not doing
I
it.
hear you. But
And I think this shit is stupid.
okay.
Just like you say you can tell an opinion, that's my opinion. It's stupid.
I know. I'm just thinking, like, as far as if you were conducting a business and you had a subscription
And it's
service,
fine, but they not
even
making no
one as many
money like that,
subscribers
so-
is perfect. It's possible.
Y'all making it seem like you just got through saying it's the largest streaming company, right? So it ain't like they not making money.
Companies don't be like, hey, we're making enough money, stop now.
That's not what I'm saying. And you know that's not what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like.
You know that's
They're
not
like,
what I'm
we
saying.
got enough subscribers. They never gonna do that.
You know that's not what I'm saying.
They're gonna always try to get more subscribers.
Well, they could just lose money.
And they're definitely
So,
missing out on subscribers with people sharing passwords.
whatever.
No? You don't think so? Come on.
No. Because I have a feeling
That's
like...
crazy.
No, let me tell you why I say that. And this is just legit, right? So, again, I was bi-coastal, right? My mama uses... We use the same account, right? But if I had to say, well, Mom, you can't use it because, I'm out here and that's where it's going to work, my mom would just say, fuck it, then I just don't have Netflix.
Man.
There's people that are sharing, they didn't want to pay for it in the first place.
First of all, I must be getting sleepy. But second of all, they already had stipulations on it because isn't it like only, even though you can have 4 accounts, only like 2 accounts
can watch at the same time, yeah.
Like,
Look, what that was is them prior trying to figure out how to get people up. They've been trying to figure this shit out for years, and that's each different little incarnation has them been trying to figure out. This is just the latest test of them trying to figure this out. They've been trying to figure this out for years. And it makes sense that they're trying to figure it out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I want to pay extra. I share a password too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
saying
if I
I
had a
disagree
subscription
with you.
service, I would want more. I don't want people sharing passwords.
But I
want
don't
more
think that's going to necessarily be the way to increase it because what I'm saying is the people who didn't want to pay for it in the first place, who call you and say, let me get your password, it's still not going to pay for it even after this
here's the
shit.
thing.
I paid for it on different occasions
here's the
and not
thing.
paid for it, so I don't know if I agree with that.
I just don't like when they start doing goofy shit like this because if it was never meant to be shared, There's ways that you can block that, and y'all should have did that shit from the gate. Y'all can't hold on.
Wait, when you do shit like this, sometimes you do shit, you be like, damn, we fucked up there, and that's what they're trying to fix. Like I said, they've been trying to fix this for years. Y'all
could have been nipped it in the bud and stopped making that shit shareable. Why you want to do it now? So niggas get money hungry.
That is
I agree.
That's what you do in business. Come on, that just sound crazy. Business trying to make more money. Come on, that sounds crazy.
There's not what I said. Being greedy.
That sounds crazy.
If a streaming service comes out with that, no.
Say you have a streaming service. Say you have a streaming service and your subscribers are starting to plateau. What do?
Maybe make the streaming service better to make the people want to buy it more. Because to be honest, to me, Netflix has actually fallen off.
You derailing from my point.
What's up? What's your point?
If a new streaming service comes out today, y'all don't want niggas to share y'all shit. Make it that way from the jump.
But they would have learned that from a lesson that Netflix learned already.
All right.
At first, look. Netflix started out with DVDs coming to your house. All right, they figured out, let's try a new business model. That's all they still doing.
But no one ever said, "Hey, niggas share everything else, so why wouldn't they share this password?"
Because the person in the meeting to nix that wasn't there, and somebody thought it was a good idea, and it probably was until it got to a point where they plateaued and they said, "Okay, now our subscribers are falling off as far as the rate at which they're subscribing. Now, what do? We stop so many people from sharing passwords, and maybe some of those people will sign up."
Netflix is only gonna get to a point where it's gonna be so high, and motherfuckers is gonna stop paying in the first place. Because now y'all starting to do too much.
That may happen, but we just
y'all $19.99 now. Is it $19.99?
I don't know what the hell it is because I don't pay the shit.
I think it's $19.99.
So here's my question: if they do, so you said you're sharing, right? So if they make it to a point where you can't share it, does that mean you're going to go pick up the subscription?
I had it before I started sharing.
I didn't say
Perhaps
that.
if some shit I want to see, come on in.
Right, but you know what you said.
Hey, look, that's me. What we said is just a vast number. Everybody that stopped, there are going to be people that pick it up. I don't know why you fucking think that that's not the case.
What I'm saying to you is, one, it's a lot of reasons why they're falling off, and the assumption is that they're falling off because of the people sharing. And I'm saying maybe they're not falling off.
I didn't say falling off. I said plateauing.
Plateauing and not increasing in numbers. What I'm saying is maybe there's other reasons outside of that, and they may want to think about that. Because as a person who pays for it, I do pay for it. To be honest, sometimes I think it's a waste of money because they have not really had that content that makes me want to watch it over other streaming services. Okay. Like, I happened to watch it the other day because I told you the Michelle movie came on there or whatever. But to be honest, I had not opened it in a while. My mama ain't even opened it in a while because the other streaming services have had better content. Okay. So maybe they should think about that and not think about it's just because people are sharing. That's all I'm saying. So
you don't think that that's cool?
I think I could do without Netflix, and I think other people probably could.
I can get that, but I don't understand you guys' point about that.
I don't care. We both don't care.
Huh?
We don't care if you understand. We'd already explained it.
Nobody would have spent more, but what y'all saying don't make no sense.
Okay, that's
cool.
How
don't make sense though?
No, it's okay, girl.
It don't make sense.
How? Because I get making money. There's a difference. There's making money and there's greedy. And at this point, I think a lot of these companies are just greedy. That's
that. And that right there, the point. That right there is a business. That's what they are. They're greedy.
Okay. Well, I got a question. How come when somebody says something that you don't agree with, it has to not make sense just because you don't agree with it?
What? What do you mean? I said exactly what I said. She said there's a business having a business, and then there's greedy. I said a business is going to be greedy. Because they're making money.
They don't have to be.
But I said it's stuff that we say that you don't agree with, and because you don't agree with it, you chalk it up to it doesn't make sense.
What she said doesn't make sense, I think. And that was that a job, I'm saying a job is going to be greedy. A company is going to be greedy. A company running a business on that scale is going to be greedy. No?
They don't have to.
Not paying the $19.99.
Okay, got that.
Not paying the $5.
Got that. But a company that's out to make money is going to be greedy. That's the whole point.
They don't have to be, though.
They don't have to be, but that's the whole point.
I guess.
That's what they're there for, is to make money.
Right, and you can still, that's my point. That is my point.
And they're not going to be like, we're making enough money. They're going to be like, make more money.
And like I said, they're going to get to a point
and people
where they're going to get so high
exactly.
and niggas is going to stop fucking with it. It's too many other streaming services.
That's
possible. And that's all I was saying.
I'm not fighting y'all on none of that. All I'm saying is they are trying to get people to get more subscribers. That's it.
And what I was saying is that considering when they just went up, that maybe if they looked at what they're providing, you might get more subscribers that way. Because to be honest, with what they have, right? For some people, it would make sense. If I know I'm only going to watch 1 or 2 shows, right? It goes back to your point, right?
We know why people share passwords.
Oh my gosh, no. That's not, everybody ain't just shared it because they're cheap. What I'm saying is, you just got through saying if you had to and it's something you wanted to see on there, you would pay for it, right? And that's what I'm saying. Their content lately has not been worth people going, okay, girl, you go get your own account, I'll get mine, you go get your... No, it's like, well, shit, I only want to see one movie, let me spoil your password.
That's subjective.
Like...
That's subjective. There's people that watch Netflix every night.
Didn't say... You missing my point.
I said it's subjective.
Never mind.
It's time to go.
Yeah, we can get out of here. That is subjective. What people like and what they want to watch, if they like Netflix.
They don't put that much, I promise you. If you actually sat and went through when they tell you what's about to be new, when it's coming out, it's really not like... Put it this, like, I would sit up there and I've seen, like, the new content that Hulu is putting out, and I'm like, damn, if we had to choose between keeping one service over the other, I would choose the one. Hulu. Yeah, because they put more
content out. It used to be like that.
It's a completely different business model, though.
Who cares?
It's not about that.
Netflix is not going to be worth whatever they charge them.
That's not even what I'm arguing. All I'm saying is they trying to get more subscribers. I'm not saying if it's worth it. I'm not saying if they got good content. I'm not saying none of that.
Tell them to subscribe to these.
None of that.
All I'm saying is there's better ways to go about it that may get them the extra subscribers that you're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Not locking me into only being able to watch it in one stage.
That's not what they're doing with that.
That's not what they're doing.
Okay.
I give that article, that's not what they're doing, though. They're not trying to lock you into watching it in one space. They're just trying to lock one account into then paying extra for extra accounts on the account. That wouldn't even make sense for them to try to lock you in one space. The shit is an app.
So if based on what you said, if that's the case, then what is the purpose? Because if I can only have one profile, right? Then that just means one person watches it at a time. That's it.
But what if you don't have a household that doesn't operate like that, and all the 4 people want to watch it? So now they paying for 4 people, and it's households that are willing to do that. They do it right now. They pay the extra to be able to put 4 people on there. So if it's $2 per people now, and they got to put 3 people on there, they'll pay the extra $2.
Well, more power to them, cause that ain't where my life goes. So me and Mama just alternate.
So y'all never watch it at the same time?
No, we really don't. The only time that happens...
and no, what you're saying, I'm saying, and you saying that in the account that I deal with, we always on the shit at the same time. I was going to say,
the only time that happens is when the other child decides he wants to watch it, but again, most of the time we're not watching it at the same time. Yeah, well,
like I said, that's your household. Where I'm at, me and the other person always on the shit at the same time.
Well,
you know
so I guess you'll pay the extra.
I'm just saying, that's 2 different ways they operate right there. Alright, let's dip out. We didn't get to talk about DL Hughley.
Can we say that real quick? Because I got to say shout out to DL. Because DL was coming at it, like, with Kanye. He was really coming with some stuff. I was like, damn.
You just like it because he talking about Kanye.
I do. But he was coming at it like, he was getting them better than most people get them, so...
Both of them was getting at each other. I didn't think nothing that either one of them said to each other was that funny.
I did.
Except for the one thing that he said when he was trying to kind of blast the shit out, but he didn't totally blast it.
Well, I liked it. Go DL. I'm a DL fan anyway.
I'm a DL fan too. He's actually a family friend.
Is he?
Yeah.
Tell him I said hi.
You should say DL Hughley, because when you just say DL,
I think that's out of the lexicon now. I think you can't do that no more, right? I don't think you can do that no more. I think that's like a bad word now. You can't do that now.
it's time for me to go. I keep saying that shit.
I think no, you know what I'm saying? Like I think you kind of don't think we can use that no more as a term. You might get
Well, can you just tell him that?
No, what I'm saying is how
you were. I knew what you were saying.
Yeah,
I said before we had to go, just tell him. I said I'm one of his fans. I do like him as a comedian.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna put the hand too.
That's right. He my uncle in my head, like that funny uncle that I would have at the cookout and have a good time. So you know.
He be telling niggas about themselves. All right.
And Kanye needs to hear that sometimes. Yeah.
All right, let's step out. I'm gonna send it around the room. Y'all give them y'all matriculations, and then we gonna matriculate up out of here.
That's how tired I am.
All right, they're here. These niggas be partying and shit.
Lies. I don't.
No, not Taz. Taz be partying in her head.
Whatever.
But Shanni partying all in the metaverse, man. So y'all get what I'm saying. She there right now. All right, you ready? Give me your matriculations.
All right, so you can find me at Love So Outspoken on IG. And what happening?
You giving us the slow-mo version, all right? And where else?
You can find me in the metaverse at Shea Butter.
Spell it.
ShaeButtah80Z. That's 80Z. Shea Butter 80s.
Generation Z.
All space. I'm not Generation Z.
I don't know what none of those are, so that's just why I said it.
Okay,
What
baby boomer.
No, I'm not. Nigga. I think that's my granny.
Boomer.
What are you? Generation what?
Am I Z? I'm a millennial, unfortunately.
Are you? Yeah, you are. Huh?
Is that my drink that I asked for 30 minutes ago, Extendo?
Tash, give them the tricks.
Thank you.
You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Mocha Vibes. That's VYBEZ. On Instagram, it's _ between the Mocha and the Vibes.
Word. And you can catch up to us on Deez Ninjas Network on YouTube. Make sure when you reach out to us that you subscribe and you like and you comment and you share. Tap into our socials at Deez Ninjas Pod on all of the platforms. I want to give a shout out to What Up Vern, and a shout out to Nikki Savage, and a shout out to Vacation Barb. And you can catch me, Clvb Dynamite, on all of the platforms. Very simple, at Clvb Dynamite. Change the U to a V. Simple. And that's it. The ladies is mad at me. We're going to leave. And that's what it is.
We're about to jump your ass.
They're going to jump me. Ooh, we going to fight. Alright. Peace.
And because I got to fuck.
Peace. That's in there.